Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your RuneScope 14. My name is Amanda. As always, my normal spiel, be sure to watch the video for your rising sign as well. That can clarify some things in this general sun sign reading for you, or it can give you some more information about other areas of life that may be lit up in May, or issues that you'd be dealing with in May. Of course, the only way to get a reading specifically for you is to schedule a private consultation with me. I do those on Skype, and they are $5 for a half an hour session. Just drop me a line at the email address below this video if you want to set up an appointment. I do answer those and schedule appointments in the order I receive those emails. So if you haven't heard from me in a few days, just give me a little time. It just means there's a lot of people in front of you, and I'm trying to get them scheduled. I will get back to you though, promise. And also, I want to take a moment to thank all of you for the positive response I've gotten to these videos since I've been doing them, but really particularly in the month of April, I've had more recommendations, more people coming to me because they were recommended by a friend. Somebody posted one of my videos on their Facebook, or somebody I've done a reading for recommended that, this person get in contact with me. So I really appreciate that. And I'm just so happy that my videos seem to be helping and resonating with the majority of you. So as long as they continue to do that and continue to be helping people, I will continue to do them. But let's take a look at Sagittarius and see what is coming up for you. Some of you might be experiencing a delay around a move or a property issue. And this could have to do with, things out of your control. Some of you just be waiting to hear back about this. It'd be a situation that's just taking a really long time, or longer than expected. If something falls through around property, Sagittarius, and if you really want something, or thought you were in love with a house, or thought you were in love with an apartment or something, and then it falls through, just know that it's going to work out. Maybe you just aren't meant to move yet at this point. Or maybe there's a better place that the universe has in line for you. Some of you find out and just be disappointed that there's something wrong with a property. You find maybe you have an inspector come, you find out something's wrong with it, and you're upset about it because you really had your heart set on this place, or had your heart set on this outcome. This doesn't have to be a physical property. For those of you that are not dealing with property, not dealing with moving, this can manifest as just trying to progress too quickly in something that needs to be more of a gradual change. And this can be in anything, but specifically relationships, so if you are trying to push something forward, or maybe a creative project, maybe you're trying to push something, get done with a project, gets done with something, but it needs more time to gestate. So the advice for you is to slow down, really take stock, make sure you're not pushing something through just because you want to be rid of it or done with it. It seems like if you rush towards a conclusion on something, you risk kind of messing up the whole thing. So keep that in mind in a Sagittarius. It's going to be kind of the general environment. This issue will crop up all month. Going to be kind of the challenge for you in a. But what I see also in a looks to be that you may be concerned about finances. Some of you may be concerned about either being laid off. Maybe people in your company are being laid off, and you're concerned that maybe that's going to happen to you. And it seems like there'll be a lot of talking about this. A lot of people will be worried about it. So a lot of people will be hearing a lot of this. And that just, everybody, of course, is scared of losing a job, especially in this economy. But it looks like there will be, it's like they'll lay off some, there's a delay, and then they lay off some more. So, that may be what's going on, and you'd be fearful of that. Those of you who are coupled up or married, your partner may lose a job, and that may cause you to be concerned about finances. Also, going back to this property thing, if something falls through, don't feel like you have to jump on something more expensive just to have a place to live. If you have to stay in a hotel or crash with a friend or something until don't rush into any property situations, because it looks like you would end up shelling out more money in the long run this way. And it would cost you more than the benefit that you would get from it. There also be gossip going on around you. Now, this could be about you, or this could be on the job. Again, I'm getting a financial situation about this. Something come back to you about that somebody said something about you, or a friend of yours, or someone that you have a relationship with at work. I mean, this could come back to you and it give you pause, because I mean, you'd be like, if it's about you, you'd be like, I didn't realize that, people thought this of me, or I didn't, or if it's about someone that you are connected with, you just be like, I didn't realize that other people felt this way about this person. It may cause you to see someone in a new light, a new negative light. But just remember, gossip is, never completely true. There'll be a kernel of truth in it, but it seems like there may be some sort of, if it's about another person, it may be misconstrued. Whatever, it's just going to give you pause and have you thinking about some things. The help you're going to receive is that things that you need to know that have been hidden from you are going to come out. And some of this have to do with something that happened in the past, something that you thought was dealt with in the past, a conflict from the past, or something someone told you in the past. They come out, like you see evidence of something someone told you, and this would have been something you didn't believe maybe at the time, and now it's coming out, and you are not exactly thrilled with it, quite honestly. This is but it's information you need. So it's a secret being revealed, but there seems to be an element of disappointment in this, Sagittarius. I'm sorry to tell you that, but I mean, it is so that you have truth. We cannot move forward in a situation if we don't have all of the information. We're always operating at a disadvantage if we don't have the full truth. So I think it's a month about truth. Things that have been withheld coming out. Things that are not meant to be, falling through. Kind of a cleansing month for you, Sag. What can't be changed about it is that there's going to be conflict within your family and your home. The conflict in your home be over family. So, I mean, it just depends on what it's going to be different for all of you depending on what your situation is. But those of you who are coupled up in a relationship, living with somebody, and this can be a roommate, but I mean, definitely a romantic partner, whoever that is. I do see arguments and conflict over this. Again, and let's go back to this. Maybe your partner's been hiding something from you, or has not been completely honest with you about something, and this comes out and it upsets you quite a lot because you feel like you have been fooled, or you feel like you have been made the fool in some way, made to look like a fool in some way. And for whatever reason, I mean, this could involve your family or your partner's family. Somehow other people are involved, and it's causing conflict between either you and your family, you and your partner's family, or your partner and your family. And, it's just kind of like a really big dramatic mess. And Sagittarius, all you're going to want to do is get away from everyone. You are going to be like, I don't want to deal with any of you people. So unfortunately, this is more of a role reading, like for you, Sagittarius. It is going to be more like matching up to the eclipses that happen, but then eclipses have that window of 6 months, that they can affect. And I think for whatever reason, a lot of you are going to be feeling the brunt of those astrological changes, the square, the cross, the eclipses is when it's going to hit you in your home sector and in work and finance and buying, selling, those areas. So, I mean, the advice, though, when these conflicts arise is to remove yourself. I mean, it is better always to just, remove yourself from a situation until you've cooled off and can talk about it. But it looks like maybe you've been holding things in for too long, Sagittarius. If you've been avoiding a tough conversation, if you've been avoiding a conflict, it's not going to go away. You have to deal with it. You have to talk it out if you want to keep these relationships sound, if you want to keep people in your life. You have to communicate and work through these things. Otherwise, they're always there. They're never resolved. They're always there. And some things are never resolved because maybe sometimes things are said that are too hurtful to ever be resolved. Actions are taken that are too hurtful to ever be resolved. but you can come to a compromise. You can come to a new understanding so that there is a way forward. Because right now I see Sagittarius in some of your relationships with those closest to you or who were previously closest to you. They've been blocked by someone else or something. And those relationships, you actually, they need to be repaired for your benefit. It would be in your best interest to repair some of those relationships. And, you've been hurt. Other people have been hurt. You've hurt people. In some cases, your partner has hurt people, those of you who are married or coupled up. So it's just, the drama needs to be swept away and a real honest conversation happen between you and the people that are important to you. If there's somebody else causing drama, leave them out of it and just you confront the relationships that are important to you and get to a new place where you can move forward. I do think, Sag, that a lot of you, again, going back to this property stuff, are going to be thinking about moving, wanting to move, or this could be a job change or a shift. Again, if you're hearing rumblings of discontent at work, you'd be looking to switch jobs, change. Some of you be doing both. Maybe you're looking for a job in a new location. And what you're going to find, Sagittarius, is that once you start looking, there's a lot of opportunity for you out there. Some of you will also be working towards the end of it on a creative project. And this is something that's going to take some time. I think it will be completed before the end of the year, but it may take most of the year that you're working on whatever this is. And, this could be anything, your own business, a piece of art, a work of art. If you're a musician, it can be a musical piece. Anything like that you are creatively working on, that's going to be going great in May. I see a lot of great strides in that. And if you're collaborating with someone, that's going to be going well. There is some sort of delay around this, but that's actually a good thing. It just means it's going to be all that much better when you finally present to the world. Again, they want to talk about someone's not being honest with you, Sagittarius. And this is someone close to you. Someone that you thought had your best interests at heart. You're not getting honest communication, but that someone is presenting communication as honest communication, but it's really not. And I think you're going to start seeing that again, with this, whatever has been hidden from you coming out. And honestly, Sag, and this could be a female or a more feminine energy. So, if you're gay, this could be a more feminine man, but it is a feminine energy that has been deceitful in some way to you. And your first reaction to be to leave. So some of you will be walking away from a relationship, a friendship, someone who has misled you in some way, led you to believe an illusion. Because that's what this card means when it's reversed. Illusion. A female who is being manipulative, deceitful, presenting an illusion, something that's not true. And, Sag, you feel that you've been taken advantage of, or that you've really had the wool pulled over your eyes in some way, and you'd be upset about this. And rather than dealing with it, though, you that whole fight or flight impulse, you take the flight option. And maybe you do need some time away. Maybe a break is good. You just need to think about things. But it looks like when you do that, you will be burying yourself in a creative project or reconnecting with people who are positive influences in your life or were in the past. So there could be a reconnection there for you with somebody that maybe because of this negative person you were separated from or unable to see because this person didn't like that person or whatever this drama was over here. It seems to all be connected. So that's what I see, Sag. I think by the end of the year, you're going to get to a better place. You're going to deal with things. But there's going to be a new beginning in a sense in that we can't continue the way this was. We've got to get to a place where we can start over. Everything needs to be out in the open. No more secrets. Or I'm done. Because Sag, you don't deal in mystery and illusion. You like things to be right out in front. Because you're honest and you're blunt. And you expect that from people in your life. You don't understand people who aren't that way. And you really don't have the patience for it. So anyone who has been doing that to you is you're not going to take too well to that. So Get away if you need to get away, get some perspective, think about things. A lot of challenges in May, particularly the first half for you, Sag, but you're gonna make it through. You're gonna make it through by the end. That whatever this creative project is, that's your saving grace. And it seems like you'd be using some of this conflict and putting it into whatever this artwork is, whatever this idea is, and that creates the greatest art, right? We write our pain, or we sing our pain, express our pain in color on canvas, whatever your medium is that you use to get all of that stuff out. You're definitely going to be successful at doing that in a Sag. So that is what I see, and I will see you back here in June.